Hello everybody, it's Wes here, and today we're going to be doing Spy on Them. Hooray. It's been like forever since I did this video. So, if you're new to my channel, you can find the timestamps, as always, in every video in the comment section down below. Just look for my name, it'll be highlighted and pinned. Click the show more info. You'll see all the blue links there to go to whatever Zodiac sign you want to watch. I put those links there for your convenience, so please use them. That way you don't have to ask where your sign is, all right? With Spy on Them, and if you're not talking, my videos are about an ex-partner. So I also say this in every video. If you don't have an ex-partner, this video may not be relevant to you, especially if you don't care about your ex-partner, all right? So please keep that in mind. Not every tarot message, it doesn't matter if it's me reading it or another reader, can apply to every situation, all right? It's one of those things, you just got to go with your intuition. If maybe it seems like it is you or it's not, all right? If it's not, that's okay. There's lots of other great readers on YouTube, all right? So don't get bent out of shape if I don't get your message today, all right? And also thank you for the people that leave great comments on my channel. There's a lot of people that have been watching me over the years that keep coming back, all right? You know who you are, so I do appreciate you, and I do try to read through at least a good portion of the comments to reply to them, all right? And yeah, I think that's about it. Also, my email can be found in the description box of the video if you need to get a hold of me, all right? If you want to leave some feedback or you want a personal reading. We've got a nice rainy day today. Has some wind. It's cold. So as you can see, I got a sweater on. We've got a fluff ball over there. So you can see the... it's not Chief. It's Chief's sister, who's like a giant. You know, she keeps growing. She's going to be the size of a panther, quite honestly. Have you seen the claws on that cat? You're like, holy shit. They're huge. Do not want to get swatted by her. All right, let's start with Aries. Aries. Isn't it nice being the first sign all the time? So maybe it's supposed to be like that, you know? Aries is just the best. Like you're just good at everything. It's the one sign in the tarot that is most frequently found in management jobs, which might give us a hint that Aries is quite a bossy sign. That's not true, Wes. It's just because I like to get things done. In other words, translation, they weren't working fast enough, so I have to take over and do it for them. Okay. It's all good with me, Aries. All right. Let me just check that we're actually recording before I waste time talking. Just the other day, I was trying to stream this video, and then I got to like the third sign and realized it wasn't even recording. So I was just like, to hell with it. So I just canceled. Where is the video? All right, we're recording. Great. Hurrah. All right. Talk about the person our Aries want to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know? We're going to use the banana tarot here. This came out. We've got the 6 of Cups here. Why does it describe this person as 6 of Cups? For Aries. So 6 of Cups is quite a nice card. Okay. So we have Ace of Cups here. This is really positive. It is suggesting somebody that does want to potentially... either they have interest in you, their heart's open, What is probably fueling this? The Six of Cups, suggesting there are some fond memories. All right. Why would somebody do this, Aries? Probably because they're not paying attention to any of the negatives. People do this all the time. It's nothing new. You know, it's a weird part of being human. Like, people, once they've been separated or apart, once any dramas, you know, gone out the picture, or there's been just space, for whatever reason the relationship ended the last time, it just kind of gets swept under the rug. We start focusing on the positive, right? Maybe this person's bored. Maybe this person hasn't found anybody else. Who knows, all right? The Six of Cups does have some type of nostalgia to it, memories. It does talk about childhood, but it focuses when things are going well, all right? So whoever this is somebody in that energy, all right? There is some mention around kids with this card, only from the imagery, really, but it can, in some ways, imply if you have kids with this person, maybe it's a baby mama or baby daddy. Maybe we need to reconnect, you know? Do it for the kids, Aries. Not guilting you, just saying. Wouldn't want to be a bad mother, would you? Again, not guilting you. I don't know. In all seriousness, this person's interested in you. That's good news. What is this person that's interested in Aries? The one that we're spying on, what are they thinking about with Aries? Let's use Crow Tarot. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's 9. Okay. Got 9 of Swords. This does have the moon here. It's very prominent in this card, which is important for us to know. And it has the Cage, suggesting the 8 of Cups, or 8 of Swords energy. Okay. So whoever this person is worrying. Well, this came out, I'm not going to take it, but we'll have the Devil and Queen of Pentacles here. That may be attachment to you for some unusual reason. In other words, maybe this person is... Because here's the thing. If this person was coming around, this would be somebody that would be looking for. It's somebody that would be a long-term partner, potentially, or somebody that they just feel they can get along with. All right, there's qualities that are suitable to them. What else is this person thinking about towards Aries? This person we're spying on for Aries, what are they thinking about? Give me one more card. So it says the 2 of Cups reversed. So this is the prior relationship this person's thinking about. So this would be, if you're together, this is suggesting the reversal, a separation. In other words, you guys aren't together, all right? I guess at one point, you two were having dinner with a literal heart on a dinner plate. I don't know what kind of dinner date that was, but you guys were doing it, all right? The FBI has entered the chat. Just saying. So whoever this person is we can definitely confirm here, Aries, nostalgic energy. They are thinking about the past, what was, all right? What does this all just translate to? It says this person's missing you, and they once again are, as I said right in the beginning, are thinking about the good, not worrying about the negative. All right. What is that? I want to take that. Why does it suggest this person's in the Nine of Swords energy towards Aries? So we have the Six of Pentacles here. I don't think I'm going to take that. Well, actually, we'll take it, but it doesn't seem right. Tell us about the Nine of Swords energy in this person's thoughts towards Aries. Come on now. We'll take that. Four of Swords reversed. I saw this in two different decks. We'll take that. Well, this might actually have some relevance. So this is, in some ways, what it's suggesting this person is stressing about is something about the recovery or things improving or getting over. So if you guys separated, there may have been a timeout phase between the both of you, whether it's you or them or things, you know, this doesn't mean to say that you guys were on the couch with a bunch of tissues. I'm not saying that. In modern day times, it's probably more just a timeout. You guys aren't talking, all right? But the Four of Swords reverse will be an ending of that. So this person's stressing about that, whether that's going to happen or not. The Six of Pentacles is good between two people because it suggests giving to each other again. For some reason, this person's a little bit concerned. I think that that's not going to happen. Why would that not happen? Because you're not interested. Plain and simple. Maybe you just don't feel the same way, right? You're like, I know your cup's up, but mine's down. I don't know what to tell you. What is this person hiding from Aries? Person that we're spying on for Aries, what are they hiding? So I'll take that. We have Moon there. It was reversed though. So we have the Eight of Swords. Again, this person is worried. We have that prison cell right there. Apparently, there's a lot of worry with this. Well, okay. When I say worry and stress, I don't want to make it seem like this person is in a mental asylum. For some of you, might actually say they are, but this is just suggesting that it's telling us it's something that bothers this person. All right. So a lot of times I think I have to be careful when I describe cards and things because it almost makes it sound like this person's in a padded room, worrying and stressing, needing a Xanax or something like that. That's not in reality how it would look, Aries. It's more that this person just, it's something they wonder about. It's on their mind for some reason, or there's some type of thought pattern around it. All right. So this person does, I think they do worry a little bit more than most over the situation. Tell us about Eight of Swords. Why would they hide that? Says the King of Pentacles reversed. Find it odd. So we have the Queen here of Pentacles. One of the fears it's suggesting is that this person may feel that they are lacking qualities that you are not interested in, Aries. Or it's just not good enough by your standards. All right. The problem with the King of Pentacles when it's reversed is it can talk about extreme negatives in certain traits, like being excessively greedy and power hungry and being a ruthless boss and whatever. But it can also just talk about somebody that doesn't feel like whatever they're doing is good enough. In other words, for an example, it could be, I'm just a tech for a company, you know. Well, that doesn't seem like that great, but another way of putting it is somebody that's more confident in that would be like, yeah, I'm a refrigeration tech and it's a very difficult job. I'm actually looking to up my, I just got my EPA certification and I'm looking to, maybe expand, start my own business. That's that, right? But somebody that's just being, yeah, I'm just a tech, it's a job, You can see the difference there. There's not a lot of confidence. This person seems to be someone that's potentially a doubter, in their ability or confidence or their self-esteem. So whoever this person is may have a slight, behind closed doors, because it says they're hiding this, an inferiority complex. In other words, they are not as confident as they would like to be. They may feel that there are other suitors that are better than them. Would Aries go after those better suitors? Yeah, absolutely. I'd leave this person in the dust. Of course. No wonder this person's worried. I mean, that's Aries right there. That's you, Aries. Look at what you're doing to this person. You're putting them into prison. We got a card that came out. What is it? It's 5 of Swords. Am I causing conflict? How does Aries see this person? The person that we're spying on for Aries. I have the strength. You have the strength card here. Some of you may be holding back from this person. Like, I don't need you. Strength is normally a positive card here, but it does kind of suggest maybe an Aries that is, you do you, and I'll do me. Didn't need you in the first place. This card can, like I said, it can be holding back, as I said. That is one caveat of this card. The reason why it's holding back is because you don't give in easily. In other words, you're not going to go and run after someone that's like, nah. I'm an Aries. I'm not doing that. All right. That could be the case here. How does this person see Aries? Goes over this 8 of Swords. Says judgment. They still see you as a potential for a new start. All right. That's positive, getting judgment there. Here's my overall impression, Aries. What do we learn about this person? Whoever this person is somebody that is nostalgic. We definitely have seen that. They are overthinking this. There could be inferiority complexes. They may worry that there's qualities about them, whether this is true or not, that are inadequate. All right. This person may want, I think if this person's a male, may wants to give the impression that they're powerful, successful, or doing well. They may wonder if you're not chasing after them. Maybe they're not good enough. I don't know. All right. This person could have insecurities. It's quite possible. The energy shows it here. All right. This person may, as I said, there is some concern that maybe of rejection here, or you're not going to be that interested. It's not to say you're not interested. It's just saying you're not going to be that interested. All right, this person does wonder about a new start, but it's suggesting an Aries that's holding back. There does seem to be some compatibility energy with this person. All right. The devil energy may imply that this is a person that you have had multiple run-ins with. All right. This person may have some infatuation with you, more so than just a regular person with the devil energy, all right? So that can go in the unhealthy category, all right? There may be certain aspects about you, Aries, that this person is really interested in, all right? But one thing that does not talk about in this reading is any type of, why didn't it work the last time? I don't know. Anyways, that's what I got for you, Aries. Take it or leave it. I got to move on to the next sign. All right. They want you, so that's what it's saying. You are wanted. Taurus. Tell me about the person our Taurus want to spy on. Who is this person and what can we know? It says the moon. All right. The moon really doesn't tell us much here, Taurus, on who this person is. This could also, I mean, well, this may be an individual that you wonder about a lot, but, you know, the moon energy is clouding. It oftentimes generates the unknowns that causes sometimes for some people anxiety, wonder. What kinds of questions could this be? Is this person ever going to come back? Well, they won't or they will, but you don't know, right? Some people handle that better than others. Has this person found somebody else? Yeah, maybe they have, maybe they haven't. All right, those are just some examples, all right? If this person texts for no reason or whatever, and it didn't really make sense on why they texted you, that could be mood energy. You don't really know what their intentions are. Why did they do that? What are they trying to get at? If this person's like, hey, you have a small little conversation and it fizzles out. What was that about? Does that mean they were wanting me back? I don't know. That's kind of the moon energy. You just don't know what you don't know. So it's describing this person like that. So it must be, I would think, a person that you keep having thoughts about, but don't have answers to. Bummer. Tell us about this person that's being described as moon energy for Taurus. This unknown mystery person. What are they thinking about towards Taurus? So we have this 6 of wands. It's Leo energy. It's reversed though. So this person is thinking about something that failed or is unsuccessful or didn't work out. Card comes out and it says Ace of Cups reversed. I'm gonna take that as a clarification since it just came out on its own. So this would be a failed new beginning with you. This could be something that concerns them. In other words, now the Ace of Cups being there is important because it may suggest to us that there was some reinitiation with you, Taurus, but it didn't go anywhere. All right. Why is this person thinking about that? They may be wondering why it didn't go anywhere. It just didn't work. Why didn't it work? And 8 of Cups comes out. Kind of weird, but whatever, we'll take that. So it's also suggesting walking away or leaving the situation. So this person is one. So what it's saying in their thoughts overall here is there's some concern between, as I said, why it didn't work out, and the other was leaving the situation. Why would this person be thinking about that, Taurus? Most likely because they're contemplating whether to just leave it for good, you know. How does Taurus see this person that we're spying on Taurus? Card comes out. It says the Chariot reversed. So this is kind of negative because it's saying that this is a person that a Taurus would look at that you either A, you don't know, there was just too many obstacles or things getting in the way. This may be relating to actual obstacles, like location could be a thing. Chariot reverse could also be just quality differences. In other words, I use this example all the time. It's so easy, but Republican versus Democrat. Chariot reverse can be like that because it's basically saying they cannot agree. You just can't. It's like maybe you're like, okay, we'll just not talk about it, but it's like wherever you're at, something comes up and you're disagreeing with each other. All right, and you're finding, okay, this is just not going to work. All right. So again, personality differences, or maybe it's none of that, and it's just some one or two issues that for whatever reason could not reach a resolution with each other on. All right, so it's saying a Taurus that just found it impossible almost to move forwards with this person. What is this person hiding from Taurus? And I was only drawing that just because I actually just wanted to see from your side what it's suggesting. So I find it funny because this person wanted something to work and it didn't. And it's showing on your side you just saw obstacles. So in other words, it did hit a dead wall, confirming that what they're thinking about is true. What? This could also tell me in some ways that it's possible that this person was getting information from a Taurus that was telling them things that you were not annoyed about or was bothering you, and maybe you did not feel this person resolved that. All right, this person probably is like, well, can't fix everything, but whatever. What is this person hiding from Taurus? The person that we're spying on for Taurus. Card comes out. It says the 5 of Wands. Why would this matter to Taurus? So this person is most likely looking at other suitors as well. 3 of Swords. That's how it relates to you. Reverse though. Well, hang on. I gotta read this carefully here. Okay, so I'm gonna retract what I just told you there. All right, I know I said other suitors. This can suggest that, but in this context, it's most likely not talking about that. It is saying this person's hiding the 5 of Wands can be still giving something another chance or fighting for it or working on it. Why did I change my answer there? Because when it relates to you, it's saying 3 of Swords reversed, which tells us that that is coming out of a separation of some sort. So this person still has motivation towards fixing things, which is, again, now explains why they're thinking about this, right? So what is this telling us overall? This is a person that hasn't given up hope yet, all right? But just because I'm saying that doesn't, their energy is still a little bit on the fence, because they're looking at this like, I don't know if this would even work, but there's some part of them that are still drawn to a Taurus, all right? But what they're hiding is actually favorable to you. Sometimes it's not, but in this case it is, all right? The only other possibilities, it could talk about other suitors here. Why would it matter to you? If we applied it like that, it could suggest, I could word it in the way that my assumption is if you knew about that, maybe you guys wouldn't be able to resolve things. All right, maybe you wouldn't be interested. But I really don't think it's that, Taurus. I think it's what I just told you. All right. That the other suitor thing really doesn't, like, it doesn't really match with this energy that well. What is, I guess we're done with the reading, but I'll ask one more question. What is delaying this person from coming towards Taurus? It says the 3 of Cups reversed. So that is telling us that things have not gone well. All right. How do you motivate? Well, basically what it's saying is, because it's just confirming this. All right, well. Advice for Taurus, if any? We got the 10 of Swords here reversed. maybe I'll take the top three here. Wow, all of this tells a story here. I'll take these three combinations here. Or this is what I'll do. Taurus, here's your advice. All right, you can pick one. All right. If we take these three, it is suggesting here for you to make yourself available. All right, to reach out to this person. But when it says available, to make yourself known to this person or reach out. All right. The Ten of Swords reversed would be suggesting that you're done with whatever problems or issues you have with this person before. You're putting it in the past. The Queen of Pentacles here would be somebody that is kind of suggesting just strong stability, or kind of showing that they're available for something, right? So this would be more making yourself known, right? But I think that would be an option only if you feel you really are in that position. If you're not, then that wouldn't work. The other one here is also suggesting walking away, and you'll be doing that if your heart is shut off, like this Queen of Cups here in reverse, Judgment reversed. There are irreconcilable differences that won't work, because Judgment, when it's reversed, can also talk about judging each other too harshly, or there's just strong disagreements or life paths, right? Maybe you feel like that with this Chariot reversed. I don't know. So one is leaving and one is making yourself available. That's all it's giving for advice. This person may need a nudge, right? Does that mean directly asking them? I think it's just really saying make yourself available, and they can make the decision for themselves what they want to do, because it's really at the end of the day this person that's going to do that, right? But this person, I think overall, it's saying that they don't know if you even even care anymore. But if you did nothing, I would imagine this person would just do that. I think they would leave the picture for good. All right, the energy shows that it's on that verge. Like, yeah, I'm just going to stick with that. Good luck to you, Taurus. Gemini. How are you guys doing? I was watching, YouTube has this thing where, you know, and I think everybody's familiar with this, where it will just start showing you certain movie clips or certain things over and over and over again. And it kept on showing me clips of Leprechaun, the horror movie. And it kept on showing the pot of gold. And I was like, thinking of Gemini. It's like, I know one sign that loves gold as much as a leprechaun. It's definitely Gemini. I have that cash money bags. That Automa. All right. Tell us about a person our Geminis. I'm going to take that. Want to spy on. We're going to take double reversed. We got Capricorn energy here. This is a person that you disconnected from. All right. Could have been a third-party situation. Hate saying that word, but could have been. You know, since this is generalized. Could also have been somebody involving drugs or alcohol. Bad relationship. This could have been just a very aggravating relationship where there's always arguments or fights. This could also have been an unrequited love situation. There's a list, all right? Or there was just some other, it's none of those, and it's just some other healthy obsession with this person. I don't know. But it's saying the devil reverse is oftentimes the illusion's over. So my assumption is this is someone that you got away from, or you ended it with, and you finally saw the illusion and decided that it was time to leave. Tell us about this person Gemini was formerly attached to. What person we're spying on? What are they thinking about towards Gemini? I don't think I'm going to take... Well, we have the Emperor reversed here. I wasn't going to take that, but anyways. We'll keep it still. We have two wands here. I think I might be seeing that again. What is this person thinking about towards Gemini? Telling us that this person is most certainly at a crossroads with you. So we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. Again, confirming the crossroads energies. Telling us that whoever this person is definitely seeing you as some sort of option, Gemini. All right. Five of Pentacles reversed does tell us about things improving when it's been stale for a while. All right. In a relationship setting, this can be reconnecting. Hey, it's me again. I brought my friend with me too. You are familiar? What else is this person thinking about towards Gemini? Too many cards, we won't take that. Person that we are spying on for Gemini, this devil reverse person. What are they thinking about? Oh my God. Too many cards. All right, let's just use a different deck. It's Banana Tarot. One card. What is this devil reverse person's thinking about? So I saw this in another deck too. Ten of Swords reversed. Again, that tells us nothing extra additional here, Gemini. Whoever this person is most certainly somebody that wants to reconnect with you. All right. Okay. This is concerning though a little bit because it does tell us that at some point there was a potential painful ending, or not not a very usual ending. All right. There are plenty of connections where people are quite civil about it, walk away from each other. It just ain't working. Maybe there's a little bit of bad vibes, but nothing too crazy. All right. But there's also a lot of other connections, especially if this energy is involved, where doing such a thing is unheard of. You can't just walk away. There's always going to be some type of drama or arguments or, you know, just something that's just going to sour it, right? The Ten of Swords can definitely talk about that. Most common reasons for that is any type of cheating or affairs, or finding out that your partner or whatever is dicking around with Tom, Gerald, or whatever, or Susie or Melody. All right. I swear it was just a sleepover. It was just, you know, we had English homework and she was helping me with that. Overnight? There was a lot to study. Okay. This Emperor reversed can indicate that this is either a man or a woman that has unfortunate bad qualities about them. In other words, they cannot maintain stability in their life. Whether it's I've lost a job, you're never going to believe it, I just lost another job. Or it's gambling addictions, or it's I know I need to save money, but I just went and bought myself a $40,000 truck or a car. Oh, and I also got the $10,000 sound system upgrade because I need to look like a baller even though I have no money. That's them. What about that family thing? Oh yeah, but I needed the sound system. Sorry. Oh yeah, I know I said I was going to go and do that, get off of my drugs or whatever it is, and I never did that. All right, that's Emperor reversed energy. It's a bad leader. It's someone that just can't quite get the memo that they need to grow up, all right? And this can also talk about sometimes people with, unfortunately, bad motives, where it's like, you know, they'll take something that's good and then they'll find a way to ruin it. And it could just be from behavioral qualities they've learned growing up. In other words, it's like they try not to, but they can't help themselves. There's just people like that. Could be insecurities or something. Like, well, you were going to leave me anyways, so I mean, that's why I did that. Okay. How does Gemini see this person? So it says the Queen of Pentacles reversed. That doesn't really help us here. Clarify Queen of Pentacles reversed. It says Emperor reversed. Again, it highlights this Emperor. So this is talking about a Gemini here that feels that your life basically becomes almost the same as this Emperor when you're around them. In other words, what is this basically saying? It's saying that you do better when they're not around. But when you are around them, things go wrong. All right. You may also feel that when you're around this person, you're influenced, your behavior changes, or I don't know. You just know that things won't go well when this person comes around. This tells me that whoever this individual is, Gemini, is probably someone that has good physical qualities or something that you're attracted to. In other words, I know they're bad, but oh well. All right. So you see this as a person that may be also a bit of an influencer or somebody that you find yourself kind of, I don't know, steering off your course and making bad decisions with this person when they're around. So it's like, you may see this person as somebody that's better just to stay away from. What is this person hiding from Gemini? So it says the Four of Cups here. This person is, again, I think, strong nostalgia. The Four of Cups is somebody that is lacking the should-have, the could-have, the would-haves. They're wondering about something they had, worrying about the better times. The problem with this card is that in life, it doesn't matter what happens. The death energy tells us that things die. They don't work. Whether it's a relationship dies, a job offer falls through, you lose a living situation, whatever. But you know what? Despite the runes, there's always, you know, a root or a shoot that's coming through it. In other words, there's now a foundation to build something new on. That's how the tarot kind of describes, you know, the transformation. Well, not the transformation, but like the rebirth after a life shift, right? But the problem is that you're either going to embrace that or you're going to be stuck in the past. And this energy has that problem where it's a person that is like, well, you know, that's how it was. You know, it's not, you know, my life ain't going so good right now. But I remember, you know, when Gemini was doing that, and that was pretty cool. All right. This person, whoever they are, may also have things available to them, but apparently it's not doing it for them. This person may get bored easily. It may tell us that this person has shiny object syndrome. They jump ship when they get bored, or they don't think it's going to stick around for long. So I'll go and have the sample platter, and maybe Gemini can, you know, give me a couple dopamine hits, and then I'll be on my way. But what does this mean for you? It's telling you that this person is still, again, having some degree of nostalgia for you or reflecting on when you were around. All right, this is definitely going to be for a specific Gemini. Yeah, you know, if you definitely had history with this person, I guess it would make sense. All right, if you only hung out with this person a couple times, then I just can't imagine them being under the tree for you. All right. What can Gemini expect from this person? It says Four of Swords reversed. That doesn't answer our question. What can Gemini... Well, we can still take it, but... Actually, kind of does. But what can Gemini expect from this person in the near future? So this person will probably try to reconnect with you. So I find this odd that it says the Queen of Cups reversed over the Four of Cups. So this person is wondering, is your heart soured? All right. This Four of Swords reversed is telling us that whoever this person is somebody that has probably had some distance away from you and is now wondering if that old Gemini could maybe dust the cobwebs off that cold-ass heart. You know, just for one more time, for old time's sake. My overall impression for this reading, Gemini, is this is a person that most likely, there's a high chance here this person has been out of the picture for a while. This is a person that probably is bored with their life or things aren't going so well. Well, I don't want to say that. I just think that they may not be content with their situation as much as they want to be. Whether that's, again, things not going well or they're just bored with what they got. I don't know. But you seem to be coming back into their mind. Does this person... Do I think this person's going to be blowing up your phone and everything? No. It's suggesting that they're just thinking about you a lot. Okay, there's obviously some type of rose-colored glasses on this person thinking about the good times they had. All right, but high chance this person just forgets about the bad, not worrying about that. Their biggest concern is whether you're cold or closed off to them. All right. The only reason that they're wondering that, Gemini, I can tell you right now, is because if they know that you're open, then that would be their entry point to come back in the picture. All right, it already shows this person is wondering about reconnecting with you. All right, how do I do that? How do I sell that pitch to Gemini? Because Lord knows they've heard every other pitch I've sold them in the past. What kind of creative way haven't I not used yet? How do I get Gemini's wee pot of gold? All right, good luck to you, Gemini. I don't know. This must be an emperor, or you could just apply it as an empress if you're a guy watching reversed. So it could be a bad female here, or a bad male, depending on what you are. But definitely a person with a little caution tape on them. Must be a reason why you stayed away from them. I want Gemini's pot of gold. Cancer. How are the crab people doing? All right. Tell us about the person our Cancers want to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know? What do our crabs need to know? Under the sea. This Emperor I'm not going to take this. All right. We'll put it at the top there. I just got that for Gemini's reading. It's probably the same person as Gemini. Tell us about this person our Cancers want to spy on. Who is this person? Card comes out. Says the moon. All right, so we'll take this Emperor reversed with the moon. So it is describing somebody here with a lot of unknowns. Cancer, this is probably a person. You could definitely check out the Gemini reading where this Emperor reverse showed up a lot. So it is describing a person here that most certainly has some degree of unstable qualities to them. Whether that's they can't hold down a job. If you had any type of family stuff going on with this person, could describe a person that was making not the best decisions. I gave an example. I'll give a different example here, but this could be like they just got their paycheck, you need to pay rent, and oops, I went to the casino. I was going to double the rent, baby. And, well, did you? Well, you know, I mean, I had a good time. This can also be somebody that puts their own needs before others. Again, another negative quality. If you had kids with this person, it's like you're supposed to be wondering about the kids. Now, even though I'm kind of dogging this person, we don't know what the Cancer did. So in some of these cases, you get dysfunctional cancers as well. Always got to keep that in mind, all right? I've done a lot of tarot reads, like private ones, and you always hear all the stories. Most times there's other two to tango here, you know. But irregardless, this is given, I mean, look, it's your reading, so we'll just stick to them. But it is suggesting a Cancer, somebody that's, again, got bad qualities, and it is also suggesting a Cancer that may be wondering about this person a lot, or you just don't know. There's a lot of unknowns. I'm not saying your mind's consumed with this person, but you do wonder where they're at, what they're doing. Will they come around? Are you going to hear from them again? If you are talking with them, what is their next move? You know? Are they dicking around with somebody else? Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. Tell us about this Emperor reversed for our Cancers. What are they thinking about towards Cancer? What is on their mind? This Emperor reversed for our Cancers. What is on this Emperor's reversed mind? Too many cards. Won't take that. So it says the Page of Cups reversed here. I'm actually going to take this upright. We can still read it reversed, but I think it's going to be upright more. What else is on this person's mind? And we have the Devil showing up here. Definitely check out the Gemini reading. Right. I can read it like this, but I'll just give you both ways here. Cancer, this is somebody that most certainly has still some attachment to you. All right. If we take it with the reversal, how it came out, it's more negative because it would suggest that this person is very obsessed with a Cancer, or this is a person that may have unhealthy behavior. Just because they have obsession towards a Cancer doesn't mean to say that they're, you know, maybe this person was attractive when you first met them. They may have had qualities that just knocked your socks out, but now that you know them and who they are and everything, you don't know how to deal with them because you've seen the negatives and the bad of this person, right? This person may have a lot of good things at times going for them, but there's just certain behavioral traits or certain things that they do that you can't work with it, all right? It's a problem every time, all right? If you know this person to have any drinking or drug problem, it is suggesting that this person probably hasn't changed that, right? The only way this would really apply here is if that is true, this person may wonder, you know, if you yourself as a Cancer are engaging that behavior as well, this person may see you as a very suitable companion to continue that lifestyle or whatever. If it's not that, this is also talking about infatuation, either with your physical looks, or they just liked the kind of dysfunctional situation you had before, or some arrangement that you had, all right? Maybe they had their thumb over you, and they really liked that, all right? I don't know. But The Page of Cups reversed is kind of not good because it's talking about jealous thinking. You can talk about this person's wondering, they're getting irritable, or they don't take rejection well. All right. If the Page of Cups is read upright, we can suggest that this person wants to come towards you. And that's more what I'm thinking this is. It makes more sense to me. So I do think this person wants to approach you if they haven't already. All right. How does Cancer see this person that we're spying on for... Oh, got 2 cards there. How does Cancer see this person that we're spying on for Cancer? So we have 5 of Wands reversed here. Is this suggesting somebody you did have drama with and you came out of it with this person? Again, it's suggesting this is a Cancer that you probably had problems with this person. The 5 of Wands can also have been that you were a choice with this person. In other words, high chance with the Devil energy here, the Emperor reverse, that this could have been a person that had more than one option available to them. It may have told you that, you know, again, a high possibility for Cancers that found out that there was somebody else in the picture or something like that. All right. This would suit this situation. But the 5 of Wands reverse can also tell us this is a person you maybe came back into the fold with. If you're still having some loose conversation with this person, in other words, you're not going anywhere with them, but you do have some communication with them, right? Maybe at one point you guys were completely separated. You may have come back to talking, but you don't know where it's going. It's also possible, though, Cancer, that this is a person that you came out of conflict with and you just left. You're like, F that. I just don't want to deal with this anymore. All right? This, again, whichever way we read this reading, this sounds to me like a person that is prone for problems. What is this person hiding from Cancer? This person that we're spying on for Cancer that's interested in Cancer. Saying Ace of Wands. So we've got the Dick card. This person really wants to initiate something with you. High chance for anything sexual with you as well. Tell us about Ace of Wands. Why is this person hiding that from Cancer? So we have Judgment here. Again, this is suggesting this person wants another start with you. All right. That explains if this person's getting jealous. That is why, because they... you know, I could only see this particular reading is more suitable for a Cancer that you've had a bit of a yo-yo situation with this person, all right? I just can't possibly see this reading so much for a Cancer that had a very, you know, if this person was, you know, being responsible, they pay their bills in time, got a nice car, they're pretty good with their talking and everything like that. I just can't see this kind of energy for a situation like that. This has got to be for a Cancer that again, well, maybe went for the bad boy or something like that, or you're going to give them a chance or try and fix this person or something like that. This is that kind of person. And it didn't end well. Like it didn't, you know, like the last 40 people that try to fix this person. All right. This person could have a very obsessive personality. They don't take rejection well. This person may also want something when they want it and just kind of expect you to go along with it. And when you don't, oh shit. Like, what do you mean by that? I get there's a strong energy that this person may have some degree of jealousy issues or not handle rejection well. Why did it end the last time between Cancer and this person, this Emperor reverse? What was the issue? Says a Queen of Wands reversed. Again, this could have been another person that was involved, Cancer. I don't like speculating about other people. I used to in the past, but not so much anymore. But in this particular reading, it's entirely possible there could have been another person. All right? The Queen of Wands reversed was somebody they could have been on and off with. All right? What else can we know for this reading? Or what... Well, we don't need to ask the intentions because we already know this person wants to initiate something with you. What is stopping this person from coming towards Cancer? What is stopping this person? So we got the Four of Cups here. Again, definitely check out the Gemini reading. I don't think it's going to reveal a whole lot much different here. This is a person that's most certainly spending a lot of time thinking about the situation, Cancer, but for some reason, they may be wondering if you... Well, actually, I never really asked about your side. It just said you're out of conflict. Well, how does Cancer feel towards this person that we're spying on for Cancer? How does Cancer feel? Oh, shit. So we've got the Justice reversed. All right, so with this Four of Cups, essentially, Cancer, it's telling us this person is thinking about this a lot, but I'm almost confident with that Justice reversed there. This is a person you've had problems with, period, right? This person may already know that. That is what it's saying is stopping them. And in some ways, this is probably a person that you finally just said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I've had enough of this. Good luck to you. Maybe in the past you said that a few times, but eventually you got to the point where you're like, okay, yeah, this time it's for real, and it was. And this person probably did whatever and faded off a little bit, but it shows that they've got a degree of like jealousy or obsessive behavior. This person may be one of those people that starts to think about things and it grows and it ruminates, all right? But the only thing that could be a problem here is this person probably knows that you're not going to be too open to them, all right? I don't think, I'm going to just ask one more card, but I don't think it's relevant for me to ask it. Tell us about the Devil. Why are they thinking about that? Person that we're spying on for Cancer. We have this Queen here, it's reversed. So it says, yeah, we're not going to. We got 10 of Swords. All right. Yeah. I don't really have anything positive too much to say about this person. It is definitely describing someone that could be a little bit dysfunctional. All right. The only reason I can think, Cancer, in summary, why this person will probably be showing up here is, in this particular reading, is that it's definitely suggesting either they want to make an appearance, right? But the only thing it's basically saying is perhaps they just know where you stand. That may be a barrier for them, all right? Your energy basically is almost describing that, like, you just know this person will probably be conflict, and it was better to stay away, all right? But they're wanting to start with you, potentially. So my guess is they will figure out some way, maybe, to just see if they can get their foot in the door. But there's also a chance it won't happen. All right. Good luck to Cancer. They'll find a reason. Maybe they know that you always use Amazon or you deliver Amazon or whatever, so they go and get a job at Amazon just so they can deliver it to your door. Took me 2 years to finally get your delivery route. I'm here. You can just leave it by the door. No, I need a signature. You're going to have to open the door. Oh my god. That would be like ultimate creeper status right there. Cops come to the thing. I was just delivering a package. I was just doing my job. I don't know what Cancer's thinking about. And then the cops will tell you, yep, he was just doing his job. I guess he can come as much as he wants. What is the solution? Well, you're going to have to stop ordering Amazon. You stop ordering Amazon, then you start getting DoorDash. Show up. It's my side job. call a creative suitor. Leo. How are the lions and the tigers? How are y'all doing? All right. Tell us about the person for our Leos that we're spying on. Person Leo wants to spy on. Who is this person? What can you know? What can you know? Okay, we have Ace of Wands, all right? This is a person that probably wants to have another start with you. There could be, well, we'll see. Gemini and Cancer had very similar readings. See if we get a Leo similarity with Cancer. But this is a person that is interested in something with you or initiating something, all right? Ace of Wands is really good for potential, and it's one of the best for when it comes to relationships, because it tells us that there's somebody that is seeing something. It doesn't matter if they're going to act upon it or not. It is showing that they're manifesting or thinking about it, that there's, I wish it could happen. It's showing desire to call you up, text you, do more than texting. Maybe Leo will finally make me more than just a text buddy. Maybe I'll grow some balls. That'd be useful, huh? Tell me about this person who's being described as Ace of Wands for our Leos. What are they thinking about? We have Three of Pentacles. What else are they thinking about towards Leo? We have Two of Pentacles. This doesn't tell us anything. Well, we'll use it again. Why are they thinking about Pentacle energy? So we did have the dog card suggesting they want to come out the cold with you. Tell us about the Three of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles. Why is that in their thoughts about Leo? Doesn't even make sense. For a new start. So it's suggest. Okay, it does make some sense here. Whoever this person is somebody that is seeing that they're well, I don't know. I guess the time of this reading, it's suggesting they're seeing some potential for something here. All right. We've got stability going to Page of Wands. All right. Three of Pentacles is great here because it talks about somebody that may be more open to working on something or listening to some proposal. All right. You'll notice something that it tells us in this card. There's a person looking at a design and you got two other people there. All right. Implying that it's like, what do you think about you and me? You know, taking another spin at this. Over here, I've learned to not be an asshole. And over there, I'm just kidding. This person may feel that, I don't know, they're seeing some type of potential with you, Leo. Or that maybe this is a better time. Whether they're doing better or they think that, I don't know, you're doing all right or you're more open to it. However they perceive that. I do wonder if this person's also wondering about involving you with something or asking about something with business. That's possible here. They may feel that there's some opportunity that they could use. If this person did that, and I'm not saying this is going to be for all of you, but if this person did that, it is purely because this person knows it will give them an opportunity to see where things can go with you. All right. Another issue here is, even though initiating something is good, it doesn't ever say for sure that it's something long term. It could be short term. Maybe this person wants sex. I don't know. All right. I do wonder if this, and another possibility is because this card can also to some extent talk about people at work. This may be somebody, just for some of you Leos, could be somebody at work, which would also make sense on why they're thinking about this. How does Leo see this person that we're spying on for Leo? It's saying 7 of Wands, so it's a Leo energy. It's saying that you see this person as potentially a little bit guarded or a little bit like cautious maybe, or apprehensive. Or to themselves a little bit. You may not feel this person's that approachable, whoever they are, all right? Or you wonder if they're kind of a bit shut off. Or they give you that impression. I would assume that if that is true, they don't intend to be like that, but maybe it comes off like that. What is this person hiding from Leo? The person that we're spying on for Leo? So it says the 2 of Wands. Again, this person most certainly, Leo, is hiding the fact that they're curious about some potential with you. Where that would go, all right? The only question is really why this person hasn't approached you, if this is the case. Tell us more about the 2 of Wands. What is the negative with that? What is bad about the 2 of Wands? So it says the 5 of Pentacles. Most certainly this is... okay, there's 2 things I want to tell you about this. The worst case is rejection here. 5 of Pentacles would be just that, being left out in the cold. All right. I was going to say something I didn't think about, and what they're hiding is that they may have 2 different options, this person. All right. That is less likely here, but it's always possible 2 of Wands. In other words, it's you and somebody else. All right. Obviously, they would hide that because they don't want you to know that. All right. But the other possibility, what I initially was thinking, is that this is talking about the potential that it'll go somewhere or it won't. But I said the worst case of this card, or 2 of Wands, would be rejection. So that tells me that this person does look at it as a possibility, that you're just going to be like, yeah, it's a no for me, thank you. A nice hefty helping of no. Oh yeah, and throw in a side of nope. Okay. What is... Okay, well, I don't need to ask what's delaying this person because they're concerned about rejection. What can Leo expect from this person? We're spying on Leo. Oh, come on now. No, we're not going to take that. I was going to almost take this this knight here, but we're not going to take that. I think this person probably will come towards you. Give me one card, please. What we can expect from this person. So we do have the Strength card coming out. Tell us more about strength. So we have a King of Swords here. That makes more sense to me. The first possibility was suggesting they'll come towards you. I'm not really seeing that here. We could still take it, alright? But this actually does make more sense. It is suggesting that this person is open to communication but will probably hold back. Alright? It also shows them why this matters more is because this energy is very similar with each other. It's somebody that's a little bit guarded, right? I don't think this person intends to be like that, but it's suggesting they may just come across like that, all right? They may appear like a bit of a stiffler at times, or they aren't really that, don't reveal too much, or maybe at times they seem a bit cold or uncaring, or, you know. This person may just be different. I don't know. They just may have qualities about them that just seem a little bit like when you, like, I don't know, like maybe they're just not as appealing as some other potential suitors are. But even if that's true, it doesn't seem like this, it's suggesting this person even worries about that. It's just suggesting they're seeing a potential with a Leo, right? But they seem to be being patient, whoever this person is. If you work with this person, as I said, a high possibility this person is showing up here. Anyways, that's what I got for you, Leo. I think this person, you've got somebody here that is 50-50 on doing something with you. But their only concern is suggesting that they may get rejected here by you. What else can we know? Give me a card of advice, actually. One card of advice. We don't really need advice here, but I'm going to ask it anyways. I feel like something's missing with these readings. It says the Emperor reversed. We're not going to take that. What is that? We're not going to take that either. One card of advice for Leo. So we have the Hierophant. I suppose we could say that. Both of these are kind of opposites of each other, so the only question is what is the relevance of that in advice? Why does the opposites matter? That just seems like very cliche advice. Things won't move forwards. For the Three of Wands reversed. Why does Leo need to know that though? What does Leo care? Goes over this King. If you're gonna love this person or not. Okay. Well. This advice, I think is kind of, in my opinion, Leo, is kind of, it's just very generic. There's nothing, in my opinion, that really stands out as being unique here that you wouldn't have really thought of. It's just basically pointing out, the Hierophant could talk about qualities that are closest to you, whether that's knowing exactly what you want, all right? If that is, you need to have a Republican partner, great. Or you need to have a Democratic partner, great. If you need to have a person that is religious, great. But the Hierophant is talking about knowing what your values are, and what matters most to you, right? Things that you can't do without, all right? Like, I have to make sure my kids are going to grade school, blah, 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 right? The Emperor reversed those is, as I said, the opposite, though, because it is oftentimes a person that really doesn't care about qualities or values like that. They are frequent to intrude on those kinds of things. Why? Because they're thinking about themselves. They don't really care that you, oh, well, you have this perspective. Let me shit all over that perspective. You know why? Because I can. All right. So what is that having relevance with this person? This tells us that there's a chance this person will probably make an impression or try to come towards you. That's what it looks like. But it is saying to think about those qualities. All right. Apparently your heart depends upon it. I think this is saying that perhaps that this person, if I had to guess here, does have qualities you're looking for, but it's pointing out that they may come across also potentially as you may think this person is not going to work or whatever, when it's saying that that's not the case. It may be somebody that you could fall in love with. But it is cautioning with the advice in some ways to be careful how you look at these qualities with this person, because you may judge too quick. You may think that they're more like this Emperor reversed and screw yourself out of something. So, hey. Anyways, you do what you want there, Leo, because I kind of figure with your sign, that's exactly what you're going to do. As far as my experience with Leos, they don't listen to anything. They're just going to do whatever they want, so it doesn't really matter. But good luck to you. I do what I want. I'm a Leo. I don't care. That's how I am. All right. Five minutes later, I love you. Little Virgo. Virgo. What is going on with the sign of Virgo? Just feel like you're, I don't know what it is. Whenever I read tarot, I just feel like your sign's kind of like in the background somewhere. It's like, what's going on with that sign? Hello? Just kidding. Make Virgo great again. Tell us about Virgo. I feel like, in past times when I used to ask, when I first came to tarot, I was asking people all the time what their zodiac sign was, yada, yada. Whenever I got to Virgo, it was just like, there wasn't really much care. It's like, yeah, I'm a Virgo. That's it? I'm a Virgo. Yeah, that's me. Who this person might be? We have the Fool reversed. All right, came out on its own. We're taking that. This is a person that may feel that starting something with you again isn't going to happen, or they're too nervous to take a chance on this again, or worried about taking a chance on this. All right, but I think it's more that this person is, whoever they are that we're spying on for you, is concerned that there isn't going to be another chance with you. All right. Tell us about this person for our Virgos that feels that they may not have another chance with a Virgo. What are they thinking about? Or is too nervous, should I say. Or hesitant. We're not going to take this. We have Six of Pentacles here. We might, actually. All right. Only reason is this is probably going to be similar to the prior reading, and I don't want that. Tell us about this person that's being described as Fool reversed. What are they thinking about towards our Virgo? So we have strength, and what else? So we have this Four of Cups, and we'll take that as well. Clarify the why the Four of Cups? Why is this person thinking about that? What is bothering this person? Kind of unusual. Whoever this person is, got unusual energy. It's very, very much different from the last 5 signs. Feel disconnected. Whoever this person is, Virgo, is somebody that is most certainly thinking about you, but there is a degree of rejection or disappointment here. We'll start with this. Poor me. Bitch threw me out. This is a person that feels disconnected. There's the arms crossed. What a bitch. Bitch threw me out again. Poor me. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm being really dramatic there. I'm not helping their case. It's just suggesting they're disappointed, all right? That's in the serious side of things. This person is, you know, it's showing them in some type of lack energy. I'm not saying this person's a basket case. It just suggests when they think about a Virgo here, it's showing some sort of lack or feeling like not happy with the outcome or how things have become. The strength isn't too clear here. I think it's suggesting this person is thinking about that you are resistant to them or holding back from them. All right. This probably tells us this person wants you guys to basically cooperate or be synergistic with each other, where you're giving and generous again with each other, but it's not happening. Tell us more about the strength. So it says a King of Wands. Again, I'm going to stick with what I just said. I think this person feels that there's a queen of some sort that's just resistant to them. This person will take with a king being fire here. This person has a strong fire quality to them. How does this person see? No, that's not used with that. How does this person respond for Virgo? How do they see Virgo? How do they see Virgo? So they see the potential there for a new beginning with you. Also with this person may feel that you are somebody that knows how to handle them or to work with them, all right? The lion is supposed to represent that they're, you know, it is something that person overcame. I think this card does a really piss poor job. Whoever wrote this version didn't do a good job of explaining the strength energy there, because she kind of looks like she's just, I don't know what she's doing. Like she's like petting the lion or something like that. It's supposed to be overcoming some type of challenge here, right? You know, none of us would really actually go in an arena with a full-size lion because we know we'd probably get mutilated or mauled to death, all right? But in the tarot, they're describing that in a metaphorical way that you overcame something or conquered it. In other words, you're no longer worried about it, okay? You know how to deal with it, all right? This person may feel that you have those qualities to handle them because the King of Wands is somebody that does sometimes have a wild personality or a personality that is not always likable to certain people. But perhaps Virgo has the magic touch. You just know, right? But I do get a sense this person is probably, for that reason, admiring certain qualities. They may want you to be more receptive to them as well, but the judgment does tell us that there is some cogwheels turning, that they feel that a new start could be possible with you or a new beginning of some sort. What is this person hiding from Virgo? What would they be hiding from Virgo? Eight of Cups. I'm going to take this actually Eight of Cups reversed, because I think that's more how it came out. Clarify the Eight of Cups reversed. And it says, okay, maybe it's supposed to be, eight. Well, no, we'll take that. We have Ace of Cups. We'll take that as clarifications. This is interesting here because it almost describes So what it says with this, right, is that what they're hiding is there's a concern that if they came back around and restarted something, they would have to leave again. Translation, it didn't work a second. So this is like somebody saying to themselves that, okay, I would, maybe I'd make a push to try and do something with Virgo, all right, you know, and see where it goes. But then there's that concern that, well, even if I put in that work, maybe I offered to take Virgo out to dinner or do something like that, that it despite that, it may just end up not working again, and then I have to leave once more. So what they're hiding is kind of a conflicting scenario here, because that tells us that there's doubt, that maybe there's a degree of, this could tell us why this person's hesitant with the Fool reverse, because that is somebody that's not willing to take a risk or worried about taking a risk. So it's like, I want to, but I mean, once I gotta leave again. I mean, there's another possibility if this could also be explaining if this person has something else going on in the background that keeps pulling them away, right? I don't want to say a third party, but it's small chance, and this may apply to some Virgos. If you know there's some other person that could possibly cause this person to walk away, then that could be a factor here. But if that is true, then that would explain why I don't want you to know about it, all right? But I think it's more so the first explanation I gave you. Right. How does Virgo feel about this person or see this person? There's 5 of Cups. Clarify the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups reversed. Again, this, I'm going to take that. This could be a Virgo here that sees this person as maybe not in the best of vibes, right? There'd be strong resonance if you know this person to be somebody that has been recently emotional or disappointed or given any vibe of that would make sense here, all right? But this plain and simple can also talk about somebody that was disappointed about things not working out, or they wanted to come back in the fold with you and it just didn't work. Or you were rejected, or you told them no. All right? It already shows disappointment here, and it almost tells the same message over here. Again, disappointment, but it's almost implying like they weren't able to come out, reconnect with you. This could have just been something that failed between the both of you. Like this person was being cautious and they tried to, I don't know, get in the fold with you again, and it just didn't really go to plan, or it just wasn't working, or you were being resistant to them. Which already kind of says here that you were potentially resistant to them a little bit. Yeah. What can we expect overall? So it said it came out like that. So 3 of Swords reversed over the Judgment. I do think this person will make an attempt to come back in the fold with you, wherever they are. Where it'll go from there, I don't know. This could be as simple as somebody just, their attempt on coming back in the fold may be something as simple as, do you want to hang out? And if it's a no, then I'm done. That could be it. That may be all it is. And it's like, if that doesn't work, then whatever, I'm out. Right? Even if you have some contact with this person, it's still suggesting that this person finds that you're again, like a little bit resistant to them or hesitant or something like that. Some of you could also see this person as a little bit whiny or emotional at times, unnecessarily. Some men aren't like that, but you may see that this person gets pouty or annoyed when they don't get their way about something, and it may bother you a little bit as like a character defect you just don't like about this person. Like, They can be sometimes fine when they're fine, but then they get really like depressive or like just like whatever, like it's all or nothing, black and white thinking. All right. But anyways, what's the pause about it here? This person does still have interest in you, but they have, unfortunately, a lot of concerns about it working out. Like, I don't know. They're conflicted. I don't know what else to tell you. All right. Good luck to you, Virgo. Sorry, that read was kind of boring, but that's what came through. They don't know what to do with their Virgo. Like, where do they classify you? How do they deal with you? How do they deal with a Virgo? Libra. So what's going on with the Libra community? Oh, you know, just harassing a couple people here and there. All right, good to hear. Our Libras sentencing all their ex-partners to life in prison without parole. Fairness for all. Tell us about the person our Libras want to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know? What can we know? At least what's left of this person. So we have a person that has their eye on you. All right, with the Page of Cups. This is a curious Tom. Just a page, though. What is this person that's being described as a page for our Libras? What is on their mind? What are they thinking about? So it says the King of Wands. This person may be strongly thinking about action towards you, but we've got an Empress over here that's reversed. The king is just sitting though. He's not doing anything. Looks like sending the errand boy instead. Couldn't figure out what Libra's doing. Report back to me. What else is this person thinking about? The card comes out. So it says the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Alright. I want to take it upright, but we'll take it reversed. Alright. This person may be thinking about an opportunity that happened between the both of you that fell through. Alright. Or it's talking about a foundation that couldn't start. Alright. The only reason why this person may be thinking about that is the consideration to take action on something, but then realizing there is really nothing to work with. All right. What is positive so far? It's suggesting this person nonetheless has curiosity towards you. It just doesn't mean they're, but it's showing like there's really, but this Ace of Pentacles being reversed is not good. So that tells us that there's doubt in whoever this person is. This is because it basically plain and simple tells us that there is the potential to get your foot in the door either isn't there or that opportunity already sailed. It's past. It's gone. You can't do anything. This person's looking at that for some reason. Card comes out. It says Justice. Perhaps you ran them through your... There's Libra. Just kidding. This person may have interest to resolve or discuss things with you, all right? But one would ask why Justice just came out. There must be some relevance after talking about this. How does Libra see this person that we're spying on for Libra? Oh, come on now. How does Libra see this person that we're spying on for Libra? So it tells us 9 of Pentacles. That doesn't tell us much, but it is saying that you just see this person as somebody that's independent, single, or doing their own thing. All right? You may feel this person's working on career, finance, money, or just doing themselves. All right? It is someone that is oftentimes available. All right, they may just be, again, it's somebody that does work on projects a lot, or whether, you know, and the tarot, sometimes depending on what version or what deck you're reading, it can talk about this person being, you know, writing their own novel, their own book, all right, or completing that, right? It's supposed to suggest somebody that has goals, that's completing them, no matter how small or big they are, all right? So it's describing a Libra that's seeing this particular person as, I'm not saying this person's Kanye West, but it is saying that you see some qualities that suggesting they're single or available or just doing them, all right? This King of Wands here further supports that. But even though you see them like that, doesn't mean to say you're doing anything with them. How does this person that we're spying on for Libra, how do they see Libra? How do they see Libra back? So it says 6 of Cups reversed. Okay. So that can just tell us they see you as an ex-partner. But it's talking about past. So... why? Tell us more about the 6 of Cups reversed. Not here. So it says Wheel of Fortune reversed. So evidently it didn't go in their favor. This person has some problem here where it keeps suggesting in some ways that they view you as something that just didn't go to plan, or it fell through. But the 6 of Cups, even though it's reversed, can still tell us that there are certain aspects about you that were still favorable. Good. So not all is lost here. But their view of you is not as neutral as yours. It's more like they're viewing this kind of like, well, you know, it fell through. It didn't go my way. It didn't work out. It is what it is. This person could just be that, a realist a little bit. What is this person hiding from Libra? What are they hiding? It says the Justice reversed. Oddly enough, the Justice came out earlier for no reason. Why would they hide? Why would they hide that? Why would they hide the Justice reversed? We got 2 cards here. It said 9 of Pentacles reversed and the 2 of Cups reversed. Wow, that's interesting. It's interesting, but there is a problem in what it's saying here because it doesn't actually give us clarity on something. So with the Justice reversed, it's saying something around disagreements, fighting arguments, all right? It can talk about affairs with this card, but it's less likely, in my opinion, to talk about that in this case here. I don't think affairs has anything to do with this here. You could, for some of you, you're going to say it did, but the thing is, it's saying 9 of Pentacles reversed and 2 of Cups reversed, which tells us that it's a connection that couldn't move forward. In other words, things fell apart, and it was no longer able to. It was just going backwards, which we already know is the theme with this person here. And it's citing that the Justice reversed was a problem. In other words, there was imbalance between the both of you. In other words, like, there was disagreements, or this person was having disagreements with a Libra, or sometimes things felt one-sided. This may not have been a resolvable situation because this person may have felt that there were certain things that a Libra did that annoyed them or aggravated them. And then a Libra would just counter and say that, well, you're doing this, so this, nobody wins. So what it's saying and what they're hiding here is this person is seeing some sort of problem between the both of you that may not, I think they may feel that it's not resolvable or can't ever lead to a relationship because it's like the way, and it's most certainly relating to communication, the way that you guys talk with each other there's some problem with that. All right, this person sees it as quite a big problem. One would ask why this fell through. It's probably something relating to that. Now, what's interesting about this reading is despite the negativity, this person still, nonetheless, has attraction to a Libra. Despite that. Why is that bad? Because it means this person is stuck in a situation they can't really win. Because it's like, you're wanting something, you want something in a way that you can't have because it doesn't work. How do you have something that you can't have? How does Libra see the Justice reversed? Tell us about that. This may not apply to all of you, but I don't really care. This is the 8 of Cups. You may have felt abandoned, or this person left, or walked away or something. You felt that wasn't right. Or they gave up. That's how you see it, it's saying, or feel about it. You stop trying. You just keep saying I'm guilty all the time. Well, are you? I don't know what to say here. This could have been a very, this may may have been a particular situation that had potential, because one has to ask that this person most certainly did see something there, all right? In other words, there was some vision of that, but the reversal with that Knight especially is telling us that it was just going in circles, or it couldn't evolve to anything else. And when that happened, I can almost guarantee you that it is most certainly talking about people getting irritated with each other because people start blaming. They won't take blame themselves. In other words, the Libra would not take blame for this, and the other person wouldn't take blame for it. So they probably were... This could have been a situation that is prone for finger pointing. Had you not done this, then this wouldn't have happened. Or, you know, it does kind of say with justice, too, sometimes people trying to resolve things. But just because you can resolve something doesn't mean to say it's going to be a productive session. Like, well, you just admit this or you say that, and then we can straighten this out. Well, that may sound good, but then this person's like, well, fuck you. You want me to go and start kind of saying I'm a bad person and whatever, just so we can clear the shit? Like, you know, maybe that didn't work with this person. I don't know. What is the advice for this situation? That's the only thing I can ask here, because this reading is pretty straightforward, I think. It says the King of Wands, again, is a clue. We already had it here. Why is the King of Wands the advice? It's something with this person. Card goes over the King of Wands. Death. Interesting. So, I'm going to say this, all right? This advice is suggesting the potential for a new start. All right? It's suggesting with this person, but it doesn't tell anything else apart from that, because it's almost implying that whoever this person is waiting but not doing anything. Right? It's showing action potential is there. It also shows that there's some type of vulnerability with this Page of Cups. In other words, saying that they're open, but I don't know. You know, it kind of seems a bit of a mystery there. It's almost implying that there's potential, but it's how you handle and what you want to do going forward. But this is a cautious tale here, because if this is true, then it's saying that's quite a big problem. You can't really ignore that. Maybe there's a way to fix that. I don't know. We could be here all day trying to work that one out. But that's what I got for you, Libra. All right. I don't know. I don't really know if this is good or bad, this reading. I don't know what to think about it. Maybe it's good, because there's potential, but the advice is really just giving you a hint, I think, and that's about it. All right, let's go to the next sign. I've got this 9. Why we got that? Scorpio. Tell us about the person our Scorpios want to spy on. Who is this person and what can we know? What can we know? We have this Ace of Pentacles reversed. Give me one more card. So we have the 7 of Pentacles reversed here too. I don't want to jump the gun here, but I'll give you a preliminary of what I'm seeing here. It's possible, we'll see what else comes out here, but it could be suggesting a person here that had numerous failed starts, or it was struggling, all right? All right, the problem with the 7 of Pentacles being reversed is it can suggest that whoever there may have been a person... Well, there's two ways we can read this here, all right? If you had more than one start with this person that failed, it would be suggesting in some ways that this was a person that attempted to restart something or do something, but they never changed anything, and for that reason, it failed, all right? The problem with the Seven of Pentacles when it's reversed is it talks about repeated patterns that keep getting the same results. It aligns with the definition of insanity in some ways, all right? Doing something over and over again, expecting a different result, all right? If this is somebody you only had one chance with or start with, then it's just saying that the way that they executed it failed. It didn't work because there was bad planning, or there was a lack of it. Or they did plan and it was just bad planning. I don't know. It didn't work. So it's somebody that... But I think it could have just been rushed. This is like, where does this possibly happen? It's like when two people rush and, you know, jump the gun with relationships. They haven't really taken the time to get to know each other. You know, and they start running into problems pretty quick. It does happen. Two people that, for whatever reason, feel like they fall in love and then suddenly realize that, holy shit, we're two different people. But somehow we love each other. The moon just came out for no reason. I don't know what the relevance of that is yet, but maybe that has something to do with here. There could have been uncertainty about things in general. Tell us about this person for our Scorpios. This person being described as Seven of Pentacles reversed and Ace of Pentacles reversed. What is this person thinking about towards Scorpio? We have the Emperor reversed. Boy, I've been seeing this card a lot, and I don't know how many readings this came out for in different decks. What else is this person thinking about? Saying the Hermit reversed. We're going to take that over the Emperor reversed. What else is this person thinking about in terms of Scorpio? Oh, come on now. Five of Wands. Why is... What is their concern around the Emperor reverse? So it says the Knight here reversed. I don't really know how to put this into words. This does suggest a person that isn't... okay, so there is slight positive here. This is a person that it's suggesting is in self-reflection of their behavior. But you don't really see that much of. This person is thinking about what they did more so, which, again, at least when I do tarot, I don't really see that too often. If ever, really. But it is suggesting this person's actually reflecting on their own behavior on why things didn't go forwards. All right, the Hermit in reversed is reflection behavior as well, and it's reversed here, suggesting this person spent a lot of time, because this does show bad planning, and it's suggesting that again in their thoughts, that they're thinking about why, maybe how their behavior or something they were acting. Now, I want you to know something very important, though. Is that just because this person is doing that does not mean that this person has decided or deemed themselves to be guilty. In other words, some people say, well, yeah, they were a liar and this and that. It doesn't mean to say that this person's agreeing with your opinion or your assessment. It's just saying they were reflecting on it, and whether they come to the conclusion they were in the right or the wrong is another story. This person may review their behavior about things that they think are problems, or things that you've told them are a problem, and they're making their own decision on whether that is true or not, right? But hey, at least they're doing some reflection here. The only reason I could say why this person, again, is thinking about this is because it's something that has been told to them by yours truly, you. You know, you're always like this, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Why the Five of Wands? Why are they thinking about that in relation to Scorpio? So saying Six of Cups reversed, that doesn't really help me here. This can suggest something about a past, some past conflict that this person is still focusing on. This person's in a lot of like reflection energy. Or some tension that you and them shared or couldn't get over. Tell us more about the Five of Wands. Get Page of Swords. I'm going to put that, it doesn't help us here. Well, it could actually. Tell us more about the Five of Wands. What else can we know about that? Oh, come on now. This is Two of Cups. So it's saying here, talking about what the relationship being over. Apparently that caused conflict between each other in the past or something. Okay. I mean, the thing with the Page is, the problem with that is it can be somebody, when it's described in the tarot, is somebody that's oftentimes can be witty, charming. Well, not charming, and more like witty, kind of like getting their nose into things. They have strong curiosity. They oftentimes are jumping the gun with making assertions about things. Like the King of Swords wouldn't do that. All right. They've made a lot of mistakes in their past. They've learned from their mistakes. So they keep their mouth shut until they have all the facts. The Page doesn't do that. The Page just is like, I don't even have the facts, but I think this is what's going on or what's wrong. This is what I think. You know, they think they have the answer to something before. In reality, they haven't done their research. All right. But it's citing that was something with Two of Cups being reversed and ending a relationship. In other words, it was probably some type of suggest, you know, whether this really happened or not, I don't know, because this could be showing up in other ways that I'm not explaining. But it is suggesting like there was some discussion about that. Could have been some nitpicking. It's kind of giving us the impression there could have been the Five of Wands. I think it was two different people with two different opinions. In other words, that were citing potential issues. This is like a common thing in relationships where people will cite that if things aren't going well, they'll immediately start citing the reasons of the other person and not themselves, which we all do to some extent. This person may have felt, it's almost implying this person's wondering about that as well. This is like a person that's like reflecting on how they handled something or like the way their position is. They may feel like in some ways like they're trying to justify or rationalize their behavior or how things went or where they stand with you. What is it? It does show Nine of Swords. There is some sort of stress energy with this person. What is this person hiding from Scorpio? Card comes out. It says the Hangman reversed. Tell us more about the Hangman reversed. It's again suggesting this person's dwelling about something here. We have this Ace of Cups. I'm going to take that. And we also have this Page here. Oh. We have a reversed King there, but you can stay in there. So it is suggesting that what this person's been wondering about or been stuck on for quite some time, and the Hangman being reversed is not good because it's not productive. It kind of suggests that at one point this person was looking at things in a different way. Perhaps, again, trying to figure out why you guys weren't doing well or what happened or whatever. That's normal, all right? But the Hangman reverse is telling us that at some point along the lines, it became unproductive or unhealthy. It wasn't accomplishing anything. And it's going to this, suggesting this person most certainly wanted to come back around, but it led into some type of paralysis analysis. This person has a reoccurrent theme that it seems like they're just, it bothers them, but they're not, they're just getting stuck. So I have this Queen of Cups reversed. I find it odd that both King and Queen were reversed. All right, the romance in this connection could have been affected as well. I think there might have been some good connection at one point. What is this person hiding overall? I think this person does still want to come back around, but this person is very heavily conflicted. How does Scorpio see this person? This person that's conflicted about everything. How does Scorpio view or see this person? Oh god, we got 2 cards there. We're not gonna, actually we got 3 here, but we're not gonna take any of those. How does Scorpio see this person? I guess we'll try this deck. What can we know about how Scorpio sees this? Oh, fucking hell. Okay, well, we have a King of Wands here. And we've got a we've got a King of Pentacles reversed, and we have this 8 of Cups here walking away. Wow. This is almost describing like a Scorpio that's like, well, that's all we need to know about him. Piece of shit. Just kidding. Why do they make this guy look like he's completely drunk and a bum? You see it, how it came out? You know? I mean, they made that person look like they're homeless and they're drinking a 40 or something. I guess you know where the author's mind was. Deadbeat husband. I don't know, dude, but whatever. We got King of Wands reversed and King of Pentacles reversed. So there's really nothing positive to say here. You may feel this person's doing nothing. All right. There may be some negative traits here, which I'll let you fill in. All right. So we'll just say that overall it's suggesting for some Scorpios, your impression may not be the best with this person. One of those reasons is just abandonment, giving up, or you felt this person, I don't know, didn't try hard enough. All right. You notice there's only one person here, so maybe you're kind of, I don't know, get the impression that this person may have just gave up or didn't try hard enough. What is stopping this person from taking action? This person that we're spying on for Scorpio, what is stopping them from, like, taking action overall? So we have this 4 of Wands reversed. Clarify the 4 of Wands reversed. What is the problem with that? So it goes over this 8 of Cups, and it says Knight of Pentacles reversed. I find it odd because we had that here reversed here too. What is it suggesting here? Overall, it's telling us this person just doesn't have any faith that this is going to move forwards at all. Oh. This is kind of like a negative reading. I'm like, here's my final impression here, Scorpio. All right, whoever this person is has to be somebody that there was some definite confliction with. This reading kind of implies a Scorpio really doesn't even have a favorable opinion of this person. Again, King of Wands and Pentacles reversed. There's a laundry list of things we could talk about, qualities that are not so good, all right? But the question is, it'll be different for everybody on what those qualities might be that turn you off or you don't like about this person. There's an element of this person walking away, which I talked about, all right? It's citing that there's some type of conflict with each other here. Right, maybe communication problems, high possibility here. All right. It's hard to tell because I'm like, this person seems like they get painted as a very difficult person or something like that. But one would ask the question, maybe they're just incompatible with the Scorpio. This person may actually be all of the positives with somebody else. I don't know. But what's odd about this reading is it's suggesting, despite all of that, because in my opinion, had we not seen this, this reading would have just been a wash. I would have just said there's no hope here. But it's suggesting this person still has interest in this. And they're deliberating on some ways about coming towards you again. But if that is true, I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't expect it to go very far based on this other energy here. But, you know, what do I know? I mean, maybe there's like some other reality or possibility I haven't seen before. But as of right now, it's suggesting this person is not seeing any hope of this really going very far. So that's what's holding them back. So what is the factor that's going to make them, I don't know, decide to take a chance? I don't know. That's something maybe the universe will figure out. So I'm like less than 50-50. This person will do something. But the moon does tell us maybe there is something that we're not seeing here. So if I had to take a guess, this is an individual of a Scorpio that you have almost no contact with, all right, based on this other energy. If you're having frequent contact with this person, it wouldn't really align with a lot of this here, all right? This is a person that you may get spontaneous communication with. If that does happen, it's, in my opinion, a shot in the dark to just see if it goes anywhere. But I don't know. If this other stuff is true, I don't know. There's a lot of hurdles then. All right. Good luck to you. But one would ask, what is it about you that this person has so much interest in? Enough so that they wouldn't abandon ship? Because I would think you guys would be incompatible. But according to them, there's something about you. Just can't get enough of that sting. Scorpio, I need you to kickstart my heart. Your lips taste like poison. Scorpio's lips taste like poison. Well, do they? Person thinks so. I believe that was Alice Cooper. Yeah, you know what? That's the song you need to listen to, Scorpio. Alice Cooper, your lip. Well, let me just double check that. That would fit with that reading. That actually would fit. Alice Cooper, lips are poison. What are the lyrics to that? Why is that coming so strong for Scorpio to read? Is there... Your blood eyes, one look could kill my pain your throat. I want to love you, but I better not touch. I want to hold you, but my senses tell me to stop. I want to kiss you, but I want it too much. I want to taste you, but your lips are venomous poison. Wow, yeah, I guess that's a good one for that, for Scorpio then. All right. Cool. All right, let's get a move on here. Sagittarius. All right, leave me a like if you got something out of that. All right, we're going to move on to Capricorn. I'm just kidding. We're doing reading. I don't know what it is. It's like a theme on this damn channel where I keep, like, sometimes two times I've skipped over your sign, and then just this last time I forgot the Sagittarius timestamp, and then I was seriously having a panic attack. Like, dude, don't tell me I forgot Sagittarius again. No sign left behind. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why that happens. Tell us about the person, our Sagittarius. One to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know? What can we know? It says the Seven of Cups reversed. Why does it describe this person as Seven of Cups reversed? What can I know about that? It says the Moon. So almost something is going to be revealed. This is interesting because this can talk about clouding. The Seven of Cups, when it's upright, can talk about possibilities, illusions, fantasy, a dream world. Who knows what's out there? But the reversal can suggest that things are clearing up a little bit. I find it interesting because the Moon is just that. There's a whole bunch of things that we don't know. Perhaps you think this person is determined to never talk to you again. Maybe the Moon is telling us that may not be the case, actually. All right. This really overall doesn't tell us too much, but it does suggest an element of mystery or some sort of clarity or something that may be being revealed or coming to light. Tell us about this mystery person for Sagittarius. Someone that's, I don't know, being described as moon energy or something coming to light. What are they thinking about towards Sagittarius? Oddly enough, it says Ace of Swords reversed. Something that is lacking clarity. Wow. Okay. The Ace of Swords, when it's reversed, can talk about something where there's a veil over it, or something that is, the truth has been suppressed, or it's been hidden. This is the CIA's favorite card. Keeping things sealed. Why would this person be thinking about that? It's telling us that this person is wondering about something they don't know about you. I must know the answer. But how? What else is this person thinking about in terms of Sagittarius? This person that's very curious. It says strength. We're not going to take that. We will. We'll keep it at the top there, but... Give us another card on what this person's thinking about. This mystery person for Sagittarius. Okay, we've got Three of Wands here. That doesn't help us at all either. Well... How does this person see Sagittarius? How do? Person that we're spying on for Sagittarius, how do they see Sagittarius? Okay, so Five of Pentacles reverse comes out. That's good. So this person does see you as somebody they want to, again, reconnect with. Why is this person thinking about strength? What is the significance of that? It says the Ace of Cups. So this person, again, what is this person trying to do here, Sagittarius? They're trying... What is on this person's mind is pretty clear now. This person does want to reconnect with you. But what this mystery portion is still not clear here. Why is the Ace of Swords reversed? What is the problem? It says Six of Pentacles reversed. Give us another card. This is the World reversed. Both of these are negative. Well. This is like saying like this person doesn't know why something was unsuccessful or why it led to failure. They're also reflecting on certain things that were contributing factors or something like that that may have caused something to end. But even though that they're doing that, it's saying they don't have an answer for it. That's why it's unclear. The Six of Pentacles reverse, it can also be who was doing what or something like that, or what they were getting from it. I don't know. It's something. It's like saying this person's confused or not sure about something around that. 4 of Wands. Look at that. Kind of an odd reading, this. What is this person hiding from Sagittarius? So it says 2 of Swords reversed immediately. Why would they hide that? Like, why is that even important? So we've got Queen of Wands here reversed. That'd be you. And an Ace of Cups is reversed. Take that. This person is very concerned about rejection by you. So it's saying that that is bothering them and what they're hiding. Like, you don't want to deal with them, apparently. Queen would not move forward and she rejected that offer. That's kind of a problem. So this does make sense that it may be difficult to move things forward with you. How does Sagittarius see this person? Or, like, what issue does Sagittarius have? So it just failed. It was 6 of Wands reversed. Loss after the battle. And this guy's, whoever they are, is reflecting on why it didn't work. But they don't have answers. This is an odd reading. It's a little bit more different than the other ones so far. It has similar themes. All right. The theme of pretty much all the readings is showing somebody in almost all the signs that wants to return. Oh, excuse me. It's showing somebody that wants to return. In this reading, it's no exception here. But what's different is it's showing that this person is almost seeing this obstacle where they get a sense that you will reject them or you won't be interested. It shows your energy to be less optimistic towards them, Sagittarius. In other words, like, your mind is more leaning towards it's not going to work. Or there's just certain things you've seen or whatever about this person that you just don't want to deal with anymore. Now, that's like almost describing a hard rejection. All right? Perhaps you have listed or defined things to this person on why you don't want to deal with them again. All right? But if that is true, it would make a lot of sense, because then it's saying this person's thinking about wanting to reconnect with you, but then they're thinking about why you won't give to them or lessons or whatever. So in other words, they're maybe reflecting on certain things you've said and trying to understand it. But here's the thing I just got to emphasize, though. Some people like it when I portray it like that, because it's almost describing a scenario where, if a Sagittarius didn't like this person or got annoyed with this person, then it's like, oh, finally they're using, that dumbass is thinking about their decisions or something like that. But just because that is going on doesn't mean to say that this person agrees with what has been told to them. In other words, they may still find in some ways that the way you've described something to them or whatever was discussed either wasn't fair, it wasn't balanced, or they don't have answers to make a conclusion. In other words, they have disagreement with certain things that you've said. All right. They may also feel that the way that you act towards them is not warranted, so they don't really know why you're acting like that. You may think it's warranted, but they may not see it the same way. I don't know. There seems to be like some type of like different perspective here. But what is the positive? I think this person is reflecting, though, on core issues or something that could have derailed things. What can we expect from this person that we're spying on for Sagittarius? So this went over the 5 of Pentacles reversed. It is suggesting this person may reach out to you. All right? You're the only sign so far that has pretty much a definitive answer there. But take that with a grain of salt. This person may not reach out to you, but it is suggesting in the tarot they will attempt to communicate with you or reach out. The only reason I could possibly see that happening is because they're trying to get clarity over something. How they would ask you or to figure out what they're trying to figure out, I don't know. I really don't know. All right. I think this person still has overall interest in you, but this is not good what it's saying here, because it almost implies like there may be an attitude or perspective from a Sagittarius that just isn't seeing as much potential in this person anymore. Maybe you did at one point have potential, but you're not seeing it. You may have there may be things about this person that you just don't like anymore. All right, I'm not sure. But that's what I got for you, Sagittarius. Good luck to you. All right. Kind of an odd reading. Maybe this person will surprise you. Let's take a break, actually. Capricorn. Capricorn. How are all the Capricorns doing? All right. Tell me about a person our Capricorns want to spy on. Who's this person and what can we know about this person? So it says Capricorn energy with the 2 of Pentacles reversed. I mean, there's not much for me to really go off of this. This can just suggest a person you had a lot of issues with. All right, things were rocky with them. Less likely, I'll just say it. It could have been juggling going on here, but I don't want to make that as a focus. All right, but it's possible. All right, that would only apply if you knew there was one other person involved. All right, back and forther. aka third-party situation. Tell us about this person for our Capricorns that we're spying on that's being described as the Two of Pentacles reversed. What are they thinking about? It says Three of Wands reversed, and what else? So they are concerned that things are not moving towards. Apparently. Again, this person, this is not surprising with the Page of Pentacles. The entire theme of pretty much all the readings today is suggesting somebody that is stuck and wanting to come back. This person is no good for it. It's suggesting this is a situation where this person is reflecting on that it hasn't moved forwards between both of you. But how do I get my foot back in that door? Because boy, I know how Capricorn loves that. The only real question we need to know is what brand of pizza is this person going to use this time? A card comes out, right? It says the Eight of Wands. So this person may communicate with you out of nowhere. All right, that's just a guess. That's a pure guess there. But Eight of Wands can be getting swept off your feet. You didn't see it coming. Evidently, this pizza is coming hot and ready in under 5 minutes. What else is this person thinking about? We're not going to take that. We're just trust me, we're not. Okay? We're just not. If we did take it, tell us about the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Card comes out. It says the Queen of Pentacles. So that does have something to do with you. All right, we'll take it. Why is that a problem? What was the issue with the Seven of Pentacles reversed? And then it says it caused the instability, the thing that this person's being described as. Okay. There is a lot of pentacle energy here. All right. So what it's saying is this happened because of this. Okay. So something, I don't really know what the Queen's relevance here is though. It's suggesting that's going to be you in this reading, Capricorn. Now, here's the thing with the Queen. We have to look at the attributes. It's suggesting this Queen most likely had certain priorities in his or her life, depending on, again, if you're a male or female watching, right? If you're a male, just flip it to a king. All right. This is suggesting you had qualities about you, wherever you're at in your life, and I know we're not all perfect, but everybody has a small set of things that matter to you. Whether that is, I have to make sure the taxes are paid on time. I have to make sure that I have a job. I'm not one of those people that can go without a job for a couple of months. You know, some people don't really care as much, and others are like, I have to have this. This is what, you know, because maybe your security is really important to you, all right? Perhaps your education is important to you. Maybe it's like you need a certain partner that you know for a fact is going to come back and you don't want them drinking. You know, some people are like, I don't really care if they go out for a couple of beers after work. There's other people like, I don't like that at all. All right, it really depends. So it's different for everybody. But the Seven of Pentacles reversed can suggest in some ways bad outcomes or something that was unproductive. All right, I said in the other reading, I think it was Sagittarius or Scorpio, one of them had the card. It can be matching things similar to that of insanity, where it's like it's some cycle or issue that keeps going on in circles, trying to get a different result. All right, keeps repeating. All right, why is this person thinking about that? Apparently, it could be an issue with. I'm assuming some issue that you have with it. Maybe something this person was doing. I don't know. But if that was true, it would lead to instability or problems, things getting rocky, right? It could also describe a Capricorn that was not happy with the results that were happening, right? Again, I'm not saying everybody's like looking at a relationship like you're a boss, right? But, you know, most people have some invisible list of expectations or a checklist of things that they're looking for to gauge when a connection is going well or it's not. This can suggest a Capricorn that was trying to gauge this connection and not seeing certain boxes checked. That could have been a problem. And they're like, oh, yeah, you know, be nice if you did this. Just saying. Why am I telling you that? Because this box is not checked. All right. I'm not saying, again, I just want to say that we're not trying to pinpoint and say that we're some type of a dictator here, but it's just something naturally people are looking for. They're looking for certain things like, oh, I'd love it if you took more ownership of that or whatever, because it make me feel better. How does this person see Capricorn? All right. So this person does have a slight degree of reflection going on. So it says the Ace of Swords reversed. Why does it say that? This is the Emperor. What is that? Some of you may have this person. Wow, and it comes out again. Why would it come out again? So that could be suggesting this person doesn't know why, or doesn't have clarity over something. In other words, it's almost saying they don't know why you are the way that you are, or something like that. If you're not talking with this person, it would make the most sense, because it's almost implying this person doesn't know why you're not talking with them. Or there's something that they don't have an answer to. Like, you wouldn't tell them, or they couldn't understand it, or I don't know. There's someone's written. What is this person hiding from Capricorn? Oh, come on now. Oh, yeah, here. No, we're not taking those. Person that we're spying on for Capricorn, what are they hiding? Oh, we're not going to take any of those. I don't know. Let's use the Banana Tarot. Person that we're spying on for Capricorn. What is this person hiding from Capricorn? So we have death. So this person is wanting to restart something with you. All right. Death can be good in some situations. Okay. It can be just leaving things alone as is. It's like shutting the door in it. You know, but that's generally a good positive ending where you've cleaned the slate, you're done with it, you've done your amends or whatever, you're done, you know, you move on. It's like, it is what it is. I lost it, okay, made amends with it. Sorry it happened, sorry it came out like that. You're good, I'm good. Move on to the next thing. I go and start a new chapter. But it also says that that could be the same situation that could be reborn again, right? This person may feel that that is possible with you. How they're determining that, I don't know. All right. Why aren't they acting on that potential then? If they're hiding death, why don't they act on it towards Capricorn? Come on now. So it's saying Magician. Clarify the Magician. Tell us more about that. What is this? We got 10 of Wands reversed. And it's saying the 8 of Wands reverse, the opposite of what we got here. So it's saying things were stalled. Well, it's not entirely saying things are stalled, because this is implying that this person still sees potential, but it is in some ways saying that is a bit of a roadblock, because potentially how things left off, or how things are. Like, because even if you had some type of contact with this person, it's suggesting things are like aren't going anywhere, or there's some like defeatist or giving up energy. Like, we just gave up on it. We stopped trying with it. So this person's like, well, that kind of does complicate things. Kind of need both people to see that picture of success, not just one. Oh, my nose is itching. How does Capricorn feel towards this person we're spying on? Says this person brings a lot of stress to you, or you worry about it, or it, I don't know, keeps you up a little bit. We have 9 of Swords energy there. Why would it suggest that with the 9 of Swords for Capricorn? We're not going to take that. 8 of Pentacles. I don't know. Fuck it. Whatever. Here's my overall opinion here, Capricorn. Whoever this person is somebody, I think, again, as with the other readings have all suggested, it is somebody that does have interest in you. Great. The core problem seems to be that there is some type of ideology in this person that kind of makes it seem like maybe, despite my optimism, it may not be possible with Capricorn again. All right. In my opinion, this seems like, if I had to take a guess, there's more optimism on this person's side than there is on a Capricorn side. I'm not saying that you as a Capricorn just don't care about this person. Maybe some of you don't, but some of you still have interest maybe in whoever this is. But it's saying that there is some sort of problem here, and it goes back to this, because it's almost implying that it's caused problems before. So I don't know, is that a behavior with this person? Is it 2 people that both don't get along with each other? I don't know. Why would this person be worrying about it? I'm not sure. There's got to be some explanation for that. The Ace of Swords reversed going to this Emperor, and Ace of Swords reversed again, probably suggesting that this person does wonder why either your communication is stifled or why things stop. Or there's just things that don't get talked about or discussed. I'm not really sure there, but it's almost like this person, whoever they are, is lacking some sort of insight that they need, and I don't know if it's you that has the answers for that. This person does show energy strongly suggesting that things have a stalled or a stuck appearance with it. Like, it keeps getting stifled, and despite that, they still see potential, but it's like one of these things of like how to get there. I don't know. All right. It kind of shows, as I said, on your side, that there's some, like, you worry or you do think about this situation or it bothers you, but I can't imagine if you're in a 9 of Swords that it's positive love and romance thoughts. It's something else that bothers you about this person. My overall impression is this is just a stuck situation. All right. The best thing here is that this person sees a potential for another, something to happen, but I don't know. It doesn't really lead to much more than that. All right. Anything else? Well, we have the Ace of Wands, so maybe I'm wrong about that. We'll leave it off of that. I don't even know why it came out, but it could be, you know, Ace of Wands is an initiation, a spark card. Is that suggesting this person will surprise you out of the blue? I don't know. I'll just leave it as a mystery here. All right. Bottom line, all you need to know is this person still has interest in you, whoever they are. All right, but they're a bit stuck here, it seems. Trying to figure out why Capricorn does what Capricorn does. Why do you like that? Aquarius. It's time to do our sign, you know. Let's do our sign. What horrors await us? Tell us about a person our Aquarius wants to spy on. Who is this person? What can we know? What can I know? I'm an Aquarius. What can I know? It says 7 of Cups. Let's Scorpio energy there. Why does it tell us 7 of Cups? Look at this page here. I'm going to take that. Oh, look at that. So we have this... well, I'll just take those two. So we have a Knight here in the 7 of Cups as well. This is a person wondering if they should reach out to you or not, Aquarius. Now, this page here is important because it tells us that we've got this Knight down here, but I'll talk about that in a second. But the page here is somebody that is just throwing that invitation. How you doing? It's been a while. Just wanted to let you know I'm in town. You? You still live here? Oh yeah. Well, you want to catch up? It's that kind of energy. I'm not really telling you what my true motives are, but I'm giving you a slight clue about my motive of why I'm reaching out to you. That's kind of what it is, all right? You tell them about something you've done or something that really shouldn't be funny, and they're like laughing at it, you know that they're trying to just make you happy. Again, it could be seen as flirtatious behavior or building rapport with somebody. This person's wondering whether they should do that or not. But there's also, it's suggesting clouding about whether there'll be rejection. Maybe it won't go anywhere. This person may be worried it could be seen as coming on too strongly or something like that. I don't know. But there is some concern of rejection. Or it wouldn't be received. Well, tell us about this person we're spying on for Aquarius that is puzzled about whether to come towards an Aquarius. What are they thinking about? What are they thinking about? A card comes out. Says, again, wanting to come towards you. We've got Ace of Pentacles. What else? Wow, this you can't get any better than this. This is a person that most certainly has some sort of interest in you. Double opportunity card. We've got Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. This is reestablishing a new relationship, an old relationship, reigniting that again. Okay. We have Seven of Swords that came out. We'll keep that, actually. That may have problems here. How does this person see Aquarius, whoever they are? This person that wants another shot with Aquarius or wants to start something with Aquarius. How do they see Aquarius? Come on now. It says Hermit. We'll get another card. This person may see you keep to yourself a lot. We'll have a Queen here. How does this person see Aquarius? Give me one more card. Oh, it says the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to stick with that. I think this person sees you as somebody that kind of keeps to yourself a lot, Aquarius, or you're not making a lot of a major effort to really reveal too much about yourself, all right? I think this person may have curiosity about where you are at right now compared to when they last interacted with you. This would only be true if this person hasn't had contact with you in a while, all right? What is this person hiding from Aquarius? The person that we're spying on for Aquarius, what are they hiding? This is King of Pentacles. Tell us about the King of Pentacles. We got a Queen here. And a new start. Interesting. Oh, these look good. Clarify the King of Pentacles. So Nine of Cups. What does this have to do with Aquarius? So it says this page here. I'm not really sure, Aquarius, what is relevant about hiding this, because there is some type of qualities or features where this person thinks something could be successful and pushing forwards with it, but I don't really know why they would hide that. This person must see certain features about you and them that are quite similar to each other. Being Pentacle energy, they may feel that you and them have similar goals or priorities. They may look at that as a feature that's important. All right. It could be something as simple as the way you guys communicate as they see as relevant to them. Like that means you guys are very aligned with each other. Or you have similar ventures or goals that works for them. Maybe they've had a hard time finding that. This is a wish card, a success card. This is somebody that wants something to work. What is stopping this person? I guess that's the only question. This is judgment. We're not going to take that. Let's use the Crow Tarot. I guess we could have taken that, but we'll take something else. Person that we're spying on for Aquarius. This King of Pentacles. What is stopping this person given they have interest to come towards Aquarius? What barrier, obstacle, what is stopping them, holding them back, whatever you want. This is the King of Cups reversed. That's not good. Tell us about the King of Cups reversed. I got 4 rounds. Why is the King reversed? Queen of Swords. So it says Moon. So that is a problem here. All right, that does highlight a pretty big issue here. Here's what you got to know. This is, on the positive side, Aquarius, somebody that definitely has interest in you. I've already made that clear here, right? This person seems to have some sort of also interest in wanting to reach out and initiate something. In other words, do it themselves. But the one thing that's holding them back, it's saying, is oddly enough, and this is not something I expected, is it's saying that they're confused about their emotions. So this King, when it's reversed, can tell us that this person is not entirely certain that it's not saying they're in love with you, but it's not saying they're not in love with you. You know, it's like somebody like trying to figure out, do I still, like, how do I really feel about Aquarius? This tells me it's a person that's on the fence. In other words, there's definitely things about you that they like and appeal to them, but there's probably other things about you that may not. And they're just not really sure. But in my opinion, there's some concern on their side that maybe that, like, I don't know, it's like somebody that's questioning their romantic attraction to somebody. It has the Moon there. There seems to be things that are unknown to them or unclear to them. This energy, in my opinion, is very strange and very odd because it's very conflicting. It shows somebody that has, like, definite enthusiasm towards you, but then there's a concern that maybe, like, it's not going to be what they think it is, type thing. Why would this person have concern around their emotions towards Aquarius? What is disrupting that from having clarity? What's causing a problem with that? It goes over the Queen. It says the Fool reversed. So it's saying your interest towards them is what the problem is. The Fool reverse can be somebody that doesn't want to take a chance, doesn't want to take a risk on this anymore, doesn't want to waste time, or they don't want to really go forwards with something. In other words, they're being cautious about it. All right, this person seems to have issue with that. I don't know. I mean, I suppose you really can't develop attraction if somebody's not willing to really move forwards with something. That is kind of a problem. My overall impression here, Aquarius, is that this person does, like, let's look at the positive. There is some attraction here. It's suggesting the biggest problem is it seems that both you and them would have unclear positions. This person doesn't seem to know where you really stand on things. I think their overall impression is that you are less receptive or less likely to engage them or be really open to them. I think in some ways they also kind of weigh that out with a degree of maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not going to be like that, but I do wonder if this person's probably contemplating, like, maybe it's not a good idea to approach you, but it's strong in their thoughts that they do want to. All right. So what problem does Aquarius have with this person that we're spying on for Aquarius? What is Aquarius's issue, or one of them? We did get the Devil on the card, but I'm gonna put that back because there was 2 cards there. I just want one. What is an issue that Aquarius has with this person, or some barrier? It says Two of Swords reversed. Again, uncertainty or cannot make a decision on something. Oh, God, what is this? Take that. All right, this is the last card. Clarify the Two of Swords reversed. What do we got here? So we got the Eight of Pentacles reversed. That doesn't help us here. Clarify Two of Swords reversed. This is, again, something that won't work. And we have Empress reversed. I'm hesitant to take either of those, but both of those are growth or resolving something or working on something. I don't know. I can't really get too much clarity on this reading here, Aquarius. I think overall it's an Aquarius that's just plain and simple. You're unsure about this person. All right, you don't think it'll work. If I had to take a guess, I think this person has more enthusiasm for a new start than an Aquarius does. It almost kind of portrays your role as just kind of like I don't know. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. I don't really know if I want to take a chance in this right now. It's like a more like less invested than this person. It doesn't mean to say you don't have curiosity. I'm just saying it almost portrays like your position is less interested than this person. All right. But yeah, I don't really know what this person's going to do. It is suggesting they will potentially reach out to you. So we'll just take it at that. Good luck to you, Aquarius. I got to move on to the last sign. That was a tricky reading. This person could be also worried about rejection as well. Pisces, you are the last sign, as always. What was that? We had Lovers reversed here. I'm going to take that. It almost looked like it wanted to come out. Tell us about the person our Pisces want to spy on. Who is this person and what can we know? What can I know and what can you know? What can you know? It says a King of Cups reversed. I just had that for Aquarius's reading towards the end. Maybe something to do with Aquarius. Watch that reading too. Tell us about this King of Cups. Why are they showing up as King of Cups? Why is the King reversed? So it says the Four of Cups. Whoever this person is, Pisces, is somebody that could be a little bit closed off to you. But here's the thing. It clarifies to this, which tells us that this king actually does want to be upright. The problem is that there's something lacking, something causing it to be reversed. Typically, that's talking about something missing, desiring more, or finding that, like, this is, like, the best way I can put it is you see potential in something, but you're just not getting the results. So it's like you don't want to be let down. You're like, I could be excited, And I know it would be good. It's just not getting there for whatever reason. Who knows? Who knows why that's happening? So it's showing somebody that's a little bit like in lack towards you. Tell us about how this, what is this person thinking about? The person we're spying on for Pisces, this King of Cups reverse, this king that's in lack. What are they thinking about towards Pisces? It says the King of Pentacles reversed. And what else are they thinking about? It says Three of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Pentacles reversed. What can we know about that? It says Five of Wands. That doesn't tell me anything. We'll put that at the top. That's like a really shitty clarification. Why is the King of Pentacles even something they're thinking about? Okay, so maybe it does have... I don't know what it's trying to say, though. So it's talk about exiting energy. What is the problem with the King of Pentacles that's causing it to be reversed? So it says Hierophant. So priorities are different or caused a conflict. So I guess the question is, where do you fit in with this? What is the issue with Pisces then, if it's something to do with priorities? Saying you moved on. So this is basically saying that there's something about... So why this person's thinking about this? It's saying that because there were some qualities or features that were incompatible with you. And it's saying they came out of conflict and you moved on to calmer waters. So evidently it was relating to something about values, or you guys didn't see eye to eye on that. It is also showing how this person can work with you on that. But so that's a problem. But what is the core problem here is we don't know what those issues are. It doesn't say. So what is this person thinking about? It's suggesting almost conflict resolution or something that was incompatible between the both of you. The problem with the King of Pentacles in reverse can talk about that it's a person that was focusing. It can have a few different qualities. In other words, if it's finance, it's relating to them spending too much time focusing on work, doing things like, or worrying about money. You can also have the problem where this person was unreliable with work or couldn't maintain a job. It'll be different for everybody, but it can also suggest them handling situations badly or being too bossy, demanding, you know, sometimes not, but also their goals may be scattered. Sometimes if it's a hardworking person, their goals are too rigid. In other words, like, you need to bend your entire life around my work schedule and what I got going on because that's most important. Well, in relationships, some people, that it's great that they're making that money and they're going in the right direction, but the problem is there's no time for you, all right? And that can be, yeah, a deal breaker for some people. And other people, it could just be that you're like, man, you really need, like, we're going to make this work. You need to get your act together. Like, you can't be jumping jobs and stuff, you know? It's, again, those are just examples of what I'm trying to say here, but it's showing that this person's reflecting on that. Like, something, I'm assuming, maybe was a problem before with them and you. All right. This could have most certainly stemmed from a conversation about why it's not going to work. Why you've got, this is what I need to make this work. How does Pisces see this person that we're spying on for Pisces? This Nine of Swords. They stress your brains out. We'll have Moon here too. We'll take that. I'm going to take this. Some of you may wonder if this person is going to come back around. Or we're wondering if you're uncertain about that. So even if you did move on, you're still wondering if they'll come around. Another card comes out. It actually says for some of you, you overthink it too much. A lot of stress. Or you keep wondering like about it. Even if it says that you don't care. It's saying that's not true. You do care. What is this person hiding from Pisces? It says the Emperor reversed. I am not really sure what the reason why the Emperor reversed has come out in a lot of different readings. I don't know why it keeps coming out. I've had theories. Why are they hiding the Emperor reversed? The person that was spying on for Pisces, why would they hide the Emperor reversed? What would be the reason for that? So the Three of Pentacles reversed. That's not good because it's contradicting what they're thinking about here. But the question is, what is that relating to? How does this affect this Emperor reverse and the Three of Pentacles reverse? How does that affect Pisces if this person came around? Causing you to walk away. Oh boy. There is a factor here. It's good and bad. So coming back to this person reflecting on, the stuff I just talked to you about, the compatibility and whatever, and being more of a team player, it's suggesting what they're hiding. That is a problem because this person isn't going to change that, and it suggests you would just leave again. It's saying this person may have qualities like that. It's hard for them to change. It also says it become a little unstable. Why can't this person like what causes this person to be in the reversal of those energies? It says uncertainty with the Seven of Cups. That could be a rabbit hole kind of chain of questions there. So I have an Ace Cups here. How does Pisces feel about this person? This may not apply to all of you. I just want to see what it says. It says Six of Pentacles. Why does it say that? No, we're not going to take that. It's saying that you would be open to this person. I just don't really get why it would say that. I mean, if it doesn't work, then why is Pisces interested? Saying because some of you are disappointed when they left. Well, I don't know, Pisces. You be the judge of that. Some of you are going to disagree with that, and that's fine. But it's saying... But what am I saying? It already said that before, that you were stressing. This is a Pisces that keeps worrying about if this person's going to come back around. Whoever this individual is clearly somebody, in my opinion, Pisces, that probably has problems or issues, and you know it. But It's describing it for a Pisces where this may be a person that's very difficult for you to say no to. You try to keep telling yourself you're going to move on and stay away from it. Maybe that works for a while, but this person inherently knows that there's potentially some, I would think, maybe a degree that they focus on themselves a little bit, like a bit too much, or they could be more domineering, this person, right? It, on the positive, does show that they are reflecting on issues between the both of you, but I don't know. It kind of still suggests that you would be open to them. What can we expect from this person that we're spying on for Pisces overall? I mean, you got a Tower. So something unexpected between the both of you. Towers generally aren't good, but whatever. It would be unexpected. You're the only sign that I think I've seen a Tower for in all the readings. Alright, so what you can expect is a Tower. So a shakeup of some sort. A real shakeup! Shh! Can we know anything else about the Tower? It'll say it'll leave things at a crossroads. My impression of that is something will happen and it'll be, I don't know. Maybe you'll run into this person or get together in the least weirdest way, I don't know, in a weird way or something like that. But it says it's going to leave things at a crossroads. That could be suggesting a potential to reconnect with this person and move forward or not to. Right? There's definitely some mystery with that, if you ask me. Anyways, Pisces, that's what I got for you. I think overall this person's, it's looking like they may come around back in the picture. And the only reason I'm saying that, I actually was going to say probably you won't hear from this person, but this is the only reason I'm saying that. Is because that tells us something unexpected may happen that's beyond our understanding. All right? But even if that does happen, one would ask, what is with the reversal energy? Why does it suggest that this person could be difficult? So those may be deal breakers, right? It kind of looks like both of you separated at one point. It's suggestive here. I don't really know what would be salvageable here, but it does say that whatever happened, it did disappoint you, and especially about how this person behaved. All right, but yeah, good luck to you. I'm done. I've done all 12 signs. I want to take a break. Thanks for watching me, guys. Love you all. I'll see you on the next